define what it means to me, what readiness means. Because I think that far too often, a lot of things hide behind readiness. And I'm saying that in a negative connotation. Hey, we got to do this because it's about readiness.
Or we can't do this because we're focused on readiness.
So define readiness for me in your terms.
Yeah.
Go.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. When you look at, when you just start with the guard model, always ready, always there.
Good point.
So when you talk about readiness, it's ready for the fight. Your deployments, your domestic operations, taking care of, us, this nation globally, making sure I have the skill sets and whatever my MOS, AFSC may be, making sure I have honed and practiced and got the right habits for whatever I'm called to do, whether it's, to go, we have people downrange right now, or we get called to Washington, D.C., or our commander-in-chief, the governor, reaches out to us. Having that mental, physical, emotional capability and attributes to respond when called upon based upon the mission that we are asked to do.
Love it.
Now, before you see the outward readiness, I think the inward readiness is even more key. Are they right here and here in order to respond and execute on what they've been tapped on the shoulder to do? So that's why we start with people. What are we doing from a resiliency standpoint? What are we doing from a mental capability, capacity standpoint? What are we making sure that we do that they are okay intellectually? Are they, I say this all the time, life is more mental than it is physical, So are they ready mentally for what they've been tapped on the shoulder and asked to do? So when you go back to what you ask as readiness, it's that the person internally is ready to meet the external calling and has the capabilities and capacity to execute based off of what they've trained to do and the direction they're given, and to meet what we as a Nevada National Guard are asked to do domestically and abroad.
I love it. Always ready, always there. And you tie that in there. It's just beautiful. I think that, Chief, I didn't give you a chance. I'll shut up.
Well, I really liked how you started off by saying we hide behind readiness to not have to do certain things. And, if that's the elephant in the room, let's talk about that for a second. Because again, it's so easy to be like, I can't get to that because I'm just focused on training, soldiers and airmen over here to execute in their AFSC or their MOS.
Yeah.
Like if that's what's going on out there, we're missing a big piece. Because again, if we send them overseas, let's say we send them out to the Pacific to execute against one of our peer competitors, or we send them on a fire to go fight a fire domestically, or we send them somewhere to support our state and our governor, commander-in-chief, and they don't have the ability to handle that. Like they can't understand that, oh man, there's going to be some adversity with this. I'm going to have to put myself in a position where it's probably not going to all be fun. I'm going to have to be able to deal with that. Oh, what's going on with my family back home? Are my finances in order? Is my spouse taken care of? Are my children safe? Like if they're worried about that and they don't have all those aspects in line, how can we ask them to go be the best in their specialty?
Come on.
And that's why, again, I go back to what we have to focus on at this level, which is having those hard conversations and talking about that heart-set mindset, talking about how we can minimize suicides, how we can omit any sexual harassment, sexual assaults that take place within our organization. Because if people are not focused on those challenges and they're just focused on, oh, let's just make this person the best in their specialty, we're missing a big piece and we're going to lose people, and we don't want that to happen.
No.
Amen.